Hello everybody, Zero Fossil Fuel. Today is Saturday, May 22nd, and I am finally getting down to actually planting some seeds today. If you look behind me, you can see the work that's already been accomplished. I've outlined my rows where my plants are going to go. I now have my map that I created so that I know where the seeds are going to go this time. I have my packets of seeds. I have my secret ingredient that I will share with you later if it works. Sledgehammer and a small claw tool to create raised mounds along the rows inside the garden. Leaning against the back of the garden, I have 3 7-foot tall posts. They will go into the ground about a foot, and I will be using those to allow the cucumbers to grow vertically and tie them off as they grow. Along the back row, there are 4 of the tomato plant holders that will prevent them hopefully from falling over, and that's really about it. It's time to get to work, and hope you enjoy the show. Thank you for following along. Okay, you'll see now that I've taken and created all of my raised rows for the plantings, and in between the rows where I want to be able to have access, I've laid some composted grass clippings that I've collected in the back of the property for quite some time. Now it's just time to start planting the seeds and apply my special fertilizer mix. Alright then, all the seeds are in except for the poor broccoli in this row here that I started inside that did not turn out too well. I have really no faith that these will do anything in the garden, so we're just going to go to the local nursery and buy some broccoli plants and put those in and finish up the rows. I'm not sure if I made the right decision where to place my pole beans. My pole beans are in the second row in from this aisle right here, and I'm not exactly sure how tall they're going to grow, whether or not I actually need poles, or if I can just have a couple of poles, one on each end, and run a string across and let them run up the strings. How much light that's going to block from the other rows of vegetables. We'll see what happens there. I've been cautioned by several people who have told me that I could possibly get rotting on some of my vegetables if I continue to water once the fruit is out. So I'll use this for now. I may consider some form of drip irrigation later on once the fruit starts to bloom. I'll do a little research into that in the meantime. Right now I'm going to set up my timer over at the faucet and adjust the flow rate so that the sprinkler head and the pattern on the sprinkler head so that it just covers the garden, and I'll let it run for maybe an hour or so to get the soil nice and wet. All right, so here I am at the faucet, the front of the house. I've got a Y fitting on the spigot. One of the outlets to the Y goes to the hose that my wife uses regularly to garden or to water the garden, the floral garden in the front of the house. This one here will be used exclusively for the vegetable garden, and I will control the flow rate with this valve. Right here. Now unfortunately I can't show you what the flow rate is because this coupling automatically shuts off when there's pressure behind it. So I'm just going to put the timer into the coupling. And my untimed output now will flow water when I open up the valve. I'm going to use that as a gauge to figure out what my preliminary setting should be. So I'll attach the hose to this coupling, and I'm just going to turn it manually on for now, and I'm going to go back over to the sprinkler head and see if I have enough flow rate to cover the garden. Right back. Okay, I've got my coverage pattern set the way I want. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to program the timer so that it comes on maybe twice a day for, I don't know, 20 minutes each time, maybe even 3 times a day. Depends on what I expect the weather to be. But okay, now and in the menu I can go to review instead of program, and I see that I have 2 watering cycles. The first watering cycle starts at 10 a.m., ends at 10:20 a.m. Second watering cycle starts at 5 a.m., ends at 5:20, and it'll do that every single day. And that's it, folks. We're off to the races now. You'll see behind me now the oscillating sprinkler head has just enough pressure behind it to extend the water stream just a little bit beyond the boundaries of the garden, and from end to end. The soil is getting a nice even soaking, and it will do that automatically twice a day. And it looks like the water pump may have just come on, which changes the pressure in the system a little bit because I just got wet. So that's okay. At least I know that I'm getting full coverage on the garden with the sprinkler head. That's it for now. Zero Fossil Fuel, thank you for following along. I hope you're enjoying the Freedom Garden project, and I hope your garden does well too. Peace, everyone.